Okay, welcome to a video by Antiques Arena. My name is Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles, anything weird, wonderful, interesting, and hope to flip it for a profit on antiquesarena.com. You won't find me on eBay. I'm only on my own website. And what I do then is I make videos about what I've bought. On my YouTube channel, you will find tutorial videos, instructional videos, tips, secrets. I'll show you things I've sold, things I've bought, tell you what I've paid for them, what I've made of them. I try to make the channel as interesting as I can. Today's video is a haul video where I'm going to share with you 10 of my recent purchases, tell you what I've paid, show you what they're up for, and maybe a little bit of history about them. Purpose of that, I have a small community. Some people like to see what I've bought, they find it very interesting, and others follow my channel for maybe inspiration for things to look out for when they go selling themselves. So, should we get started at today's video and take a look at some of the pieces I have bought? And I'm not kidding you, they're absolutely beautiful. Okay, we are going to start off with a large 2003, so not that old, Moorcroft pottery vase. Now, this is tube-lined Florian ware. Now, what I mean by tube-lined is they sort of pipe the outside lines to do the decoration, like you'd pipe on a cake. Then they fill up the insides, like so it's like a reservoir holding the colors. And then when they fire it, you get all these beautiful enamels. But the main design is piped on and you got a thick line all the way around. Beautiful, beautiful process, tube lining. It's a beautiful piece. As you can see there, it's fully signed up. I haven't looked the artist up yet. Moorcroft, 2003, and it's an absolute stunner. Really is. So yeah, now I paid £100 for this. Am I being optimistic asking 295? Very possibly, but I now have a make an offer button. So to be honest with you, if anybody comes along, anything north of 200, it's probably going to go. But at the moment, we're asking 295 on it, and it is beautiful. This is 9.5 inches tall, so it's a big one. 9.5 inches. Just to give you an idea, that is 9.5 inches and 7 inches in diameter. So you're not talking a small vase, and it's in perfect mint condition, as good as it left the factory. Came in privately from some friends and fellow dealers, and I am absolutely over the moon with it. It's a beautiful thing. Now, if anybody is interested in Moorcroft, I've actually done an article on the website this week. Published an article, The Legacy of Moorcroft Ceramics and a Journey Through Time. And you have the introduction here of Moorcroft, how Moorcroft came about, when it started, when they established the factories, the history, the designers and artists, you name it, everything. Some reference books for you to read, how to identify it with the marks. Go to the website antiquesarena.com and you'll find the article in my blog page. This next piece I've got is equally as impressive. It is a sterling silver jewellery or trinket box. Now, looking at it, it looks Middle Eastern, maybe Indian. It's set in the center with a large semi-precious or non-precious gemstone. It is a red gemstone, maybe a garnet or something like that. Either way, beautiful thing, really nice. I love the detailed work on there. Now, it's a good sized box, and I love the design on there. It's lined on the inside, so it's ready to go. You could use it tomorrow. The lining does not come out, and it is included in the total weight. The total weight's 140 grams. There you go, 925. I'm not 100% sure on these marks. These are foreign marks, obviously, and then when it's come into the country, one of them is going to be the import mark, and then it's been stamped up 925. As you can see there, that is an acid burn. To double check that it is silver, not by me, but that is an acid burn. Now, it is, where are we? It has a diameter of 85 millimeters, which is about 3.5 inches. It's about that. So it's a good side. You know what? I don't even know why I'm doing that. It is absolutely stunning. It's come off the same dealers as the Moorcroft vase. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And nice bit of silver. So you can see the size on it. 140 grams. As you know, I sell all my silver at least £1 a gram. When you can get 60, 70 pence for broken scrap, what is the point in selling good quality for less than £1 a gram? That's why I always price it up. This one I feel is worth a bit more on my site anyway, and that's why I've put it up for 195. Put it up for 195. It's in good condition, 140.5 grams, 25 mil high, not including the stone. So that is just to this part. But a beautiful thing. But in my opinion, possibly Indian or from that general area. It cost me £50. This was actually listed on eBay for £55 and nobody would buy it, and people were offering 30 and £35 for it. Take out that little bit of velvet lining and that, but there's 140 grams there. It scraps it for 50 quid. I've only bought it at scrap value. So it's a no-brainer. So I'm really pleased with it. But I've put up 195. But again, people can make an offer should they wish to. Then we had this, which is a fabulous. It's a Murano style or Czechoslovakian even style cocktail shaker and cocktail or martini glasses. Now, to give you an example, these are huge. The size of that. They're hand blown with a snapped sharp pontal. Beautiful swirled colours. Now, these were thought to be Murano by my friends and possibly by me. I done a little research and they're not. They are in the Murano style. So they're not worth as much as we hoped. However, it doesn't matter. I paid £50 again for the set. It is a beautiful cocktail shaker finished in chrome. I'm going to show you the photographs now. It is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. What a beautiful set, and what a time to sell it, Christmas time. That isn't a chip, that is where the glue for the chrome pieces gone on. It's just a gorgeous set. There you go, there's the snapped pontal mark. But anyway, I've put it in the style, but they are really nice quality. Cocktail shake like that and the two glasses. If somebody's coming in around £100, something like that, it's got to be worth that. And they're absolutely fabulous. So I'm over the moon with them. Same buyers again. Then I purchased this. This was an oddball. This happens to be the Virgin Mary. So we have a brass. It's musical, and I'll tell you all about it in just a moment. Now, this is a replica of a marble or stone, I think it was marble statue produced in 1907 of the Virgin Mary, or otherwise known as the Shrine of Our Lady of Lebanon. Now, it's a 13-ton statue made of bronze, painted white. The Virgin Mary was erected in 1907 on top of a hill 650 meters above sea level in the village of Harissa, in honor of Our Lady of Lebanon. Now, I would think that this was produced as a tourist wear or souvenir piece not long after that. People visiting the area to see this beautiful bronze statue would have purchased something small like this to take home. It's a lovely thing. So I think it's early 20th century. It's 8 inches tall. The musical box still works. You share the photos again. And then I'm going to share a picture of the original with you. I found the picture of the original with you, for you rather, on Wikipedia. Now, this does have condition issues. It would have had three wooden feet that brought the height just down below the winder, which are missing, and they've replaced them with these sort of rubber buns, and they're not quite high enough, so the figure rocks. Excuse me, trying to sneeze there. So the figure slightly rocks, so it does need bigger feet. Now, the easy solution for that would be three plywood discs glued onto the base, job done. I'm not going to mess with it. It's going to go as it is. And the spring on this here, where you'll have to pull it out for it to play music, then when you sit it down, then it stops. But you have to manually pull it out because the spring is gone. But what a rare, unique item, and I cannot find another online. And just to give you a little look, this is the original statue in bronze, 13 tons of bronze. You work it out, bronze is about £500 a ton scrap value. So there's 13, so 5,000, 6,000, £6,500 just in scrap value, £7,000 in scrap value in the bronze. But look at that, spectacular sight. But that is basically what it is a replica of. And if you search Lady of Lebanon, you will find all the history you want to know on that. There she is in all her glory. Anyway, coming back to my listing, I've listed her for 125 on nearest offer. I have said about the feet and I've said about the spring on the music switch. But she's a very interesting thing and I love different. Next piece we have is quite a run-of-the-mill piece for myself. It is Royal Worcester porcelain figurine entitled With All My Heart. So perfect for a Christmas gift now if somebody wants to send a gift to a loved one, saying, I love you with all my heart type thing. And we have this Worcester figurine. As you know, if you watched my last video, I gave you a little sneak clip. She cost me £3 in a charity shop. She's produced by Royal Worcester. I believe she's a limited edition of only 12,500. Yep. With All My Heart, sculpted by John. I can't. Where is it? I can't read that. Is it? Bromley? Yeah. By John Bromley. Limited edition of 12,500, which this is number 7,967. For a real nice, first quality Royal Worcester porcelain figurine. She cost me £3. She's up for 45. Nothing wrong with that at all. As I've told you, I find Worcester figurines and things like that very, very boring, and Dalton figurines, but they sell, and when they come in normally 5 or 10 quid. Well, this one come in for £3. She's going to fly out at 45. I'd be surprised if she's here by Christmas. So, and she's mint. So, for 3 quid, that's fabulous find. This was a bit of a shocker. I went down to Anagram Antiques in Pontypridd Market. Now, if you're around Pontypridd area, what a place to go for a wonderful, unique Christmas gift. Anyway, they purchased one or two bits off me. So I was doing a delivery. So after I delivered to Stepney Lane, I had a chat in 5 minutes. Then I went up through the town. And in one of the charity shops was this cup and saucer in the little cabinet display for £6.50. Anyway, I looked at it, I thought, is it German? Is it Austrian? It was that sort of area, but it is beautiful. It is fully hand painted and it is beautiful quality porcelain. Now, I thought maybe Royal Vienna, but it's unmarked. Royal Vienna would have sort of like a letter A with an extra line at the bottom. But a beautiful piece of porcelain nonetheless. Look at that. Nice deep high foot and beautifully painted. Really is absolutely stunning. And it's beautiful condition. Hardly any wear. Anyway, I actually asked for some help because I thought it was Royal Vienna. I asked for some help, and lo and behold, put it onto a Facebook group, Talking Antiques, and some very kind lady come along. I think it was a lady come along and give me the answer, and it is Fisher and Meg porcelain cup and saucer in the Royal Vienna style. And I got all the description and everything in my in my description anyway, with the sizes, things like that. No chips, no cracks. Cost me £6.50, and I'm asking £85 for one cup and saucer. Now, you probably sat there thinking that is absolutely crazy for one cup and saucer from a charity shop. However, the reason I'm that price is that I wanted to be half price of what everyone else is asking. Here's a very similar, different painted, but a similar shape by the same makers, $150. There's another there, $200. You see the lobe shapes. There's another there, $135. And if I kept going, there are pieces. So if I kept going, there are pieces 200, 250, 175. They are out there. They're all our lobe shape. They're all hand painted. They're all beautiful porcelain. And they're all selling for about £100 plus, 100 to £250. Thought £85, very, very fair price for such a beautiful hand painted porcelain cup and saucer. And what have I lost at £6.50 if someone came in and said, "Oh, I'll give you 50 quid for it," and I took it? I'm still on a win. I went out a week or so ago. I did mention in my last video with Elaine from Anagram Antiques that I previously mentioned. We just had a day out. We went shopping, on charity shops. We went and had something to eat. It was just a lovely day out. And while we were doing that, I took Elaine to an antique shop um, in Merthyr Tydfil. Now, Elaine picked a few pieces she liked, and they were seriously overpriced, so she left them there. And to be honest with you, rightly so. Anyway, I picks up a beautiful Caithness paperweight plus one other item. But I'm going to do the paperweight first. This is a Scottish Caithness paperweight, limited edition of only 250 of them made, which is his number 152. That's what that scratched in the base is there. He's signed Caithness Scotland, so it's not a second, it's a first. And the actual name of the paperweight, or the design of the paperweight, is called Fragrance. There isn't another one available online, period. I can't find another one. It is beautiful with this sort of flower, with all the petals and everything. It came boxed, by the way, and in lovely, lovely condition. I've only put £65 on it. For a limited edition paperweight of 250, that is cheap. That should have been up sort of 75, £85, but I only paid £20 for it. It's a big one as well. It's 3 inches in diameter. What a beautiful thing. So on the one hand, Elaine picked up some standard Victorian or early 20th century. I'm not sure. I didn't look at them that closely. Pottery jugs, because Elaine likes to collect jugs. They weren't for selling on. They were for herself. And they were seriously overpriced. And then I pick up a paperweight like this, and it was underpriced. To be honest with you, I could probably chuck another 10 or £20 on that and still sell it, but it only cost me £20, so I thought I'm going to be fair with the price. I have got another piece from this same shop, which I'll share in a moment. Well, in fact, I'll share that next. And that is this. Come from the same shop. This is Chinese Cloisonné Enamel. It's a vase. It was produced in Nankai University in Taijin, if that's pronounced correctly. I have no idea. Now, what Cloisonne is basically is very similar to how the Moorcroft was made. Instead of piping on thick tube lining and then filling in, this time they actually put wire. They run wire for the pattern all over, and then they pack like an enamel paste or ground up paste of colours, and they paste it in. And you can see what all the wire work is. All this brass is all wire work of bronze and copper, and then they just fill it in. Very similar to how the Moorcroft was made, except they weld all this or fuse all this metal wiring on first, then they put in the colours how they want to. Now that must be exceptionally hard to create in the original in the first place. To get the colours right, because you're only dealing with pastes. And then they've got to get because you can't see none of this really until it's fired. So you've got to really be good at what you're doing. Now, this Chinese vase isn't that old. It still had the university label on there, but it's a beautiful done thing nonetheless. Really nice bit of work on there. The butterfly is gorgeous. The flower is gorgeous. Look at that. There you go. It's still hard. That's a sticker label on the bottom. I haven't lifted it up to see if it's got any sort of mark underneath. If anybody's interested in this university, there's a full history of them on Wikipedia. I would assume it's sort of 1980s, 1990s, the vase. But I'm only guessing as I haven't looked up the date, haven't even tried to date it. I assumed when I bought it, it was a modern example. By modern, 1980s, 1990s is modern in relative terms for antiques and collectibles. But it's just a very attractive cloisonné vase. It cost me £15 and it's up for 45, which again I think is very, very fair. There's not a dent on it, there's no loss to it, there's no cracks. It's a beautiful decorative piece of cloisonné, Chinese cloisonné, so it'll only ever go up in value. Then out of one of the charity shops, I find another Caithness crystal paperweight. Now this one was done for somebody's 50th birthday. Right? So not as collectible as the last one. However, I love what I love about it. First of all, I love the colors and the control of the bubbles. But if you look at that, can you see these sort of lines? It's like the 5 and the 0 are shooting up from the back and they've left this trail of a 5. So it's really, really good looking. In reality, you can see the trail shooting up. I'm struggling to capture it for you. That's the best picture I got of the thing shooting up. But it's like that 5 is shooting from the back all the way forward, and then same with the 0. So it's not just like a floating 50. It is big lines shooting up as if it's projecting the 5 and the 0. Then you have the beautiful colour, the control of the bubbles, and of course it is, as I've said, fully signed up Caithness, Scotland. So again, it's not a second, it's a first. And it was done, it can be given to anybody for a 50th birthday present if they collect paperweights, or even if it's just a 50th birthday present, it's something unique, use in the office, things like that. It cost me £2, it's up for £20. £2 into 20, and it will go 20 quid, no problems whatsoever. Last piece I'm going to share with you came from another charity shop, probably owes me about £2, £2.50, something like that. And we have a large, this is 12.5 inches. All right, just to give you an idea, that is how tall it is. It's huge. It's a big glass vase. It's Swedish by a company called Aseda. Um, and it has the base. I don't know whether it's correct or not, but from my research, people are calling it like the elephant foot. It's like an elephant's foot, but it's all ribbed anyway. I haven't put that in my description because I wasn't 100%. I'm not going to take somebody else's description for granted. When I was doing my research, they called her an elephant foot, so maybe. But it's a jack in the pulpit vase, if you like. It's by Aseda, it's Swedish, it's mid-century, it's a lovely colour, and it's huge. 12.5 inches, and I thought 25 quid's more than fair for it. Absolutely more than fair. So, if you want to have a little read about Moorcroft pottery, I've recently posted a good article on the website about Moorcroft. I believe I've done one on Royal Dalton and Royal Albert again in the last couple of weeks. So there's 3 new published articles on the website covering just the general history and background of Royal Albert, Royal Dalton, and Moorcroft. I done the Moorcroft one because in anticipation for today's video, because I knew I had that beautiful Moorcroft vase to show you. And I've actually, trying to think of the right word, I've actually focused on that vase as one of the key pictures in my article anyway. So, interesting, go check out the website for the articles. I don't know what you think of the stock, but some of that stock is absolutely stunning. And come in at the right money. £100 for the Moorcroft is absolutely fine, no problem whatsoever. 50 quid for that sterling silver jewellery box. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I may have overpaid on the cocktail shaker and glasses, now knowing it's not Murano or it's not Czechoslovakian. It's probably a Chinese copy, but it is what it is. Still a beautiful set for somebody to use. And honestly, these glasses are just spectacular. I haven't got anything to show you them next to, but they are really, really superb. So some lovely items. It's nice to be back out buying. It felt good to be going back down charity shops and antique shops, just looking for things that appealed to me and interested me. And I thought, do you know what? I'll buy that again. I'll buy that again. And if I see it and I like it, I'm just going to buy it now. Now I know medically everything's okay. Um, yeah, it's just back to business as usual. But I am obviously, as I've explained already in another video, gonna try working cleaner, smarter, faster, and not have so much backlog stock. So I hope you've enjoyed taking a look. If you have, let me know what you think of the items. If you got something similar, or if you've sold something similar, let me know. Let me know what you achieved. I'm always happy for some help. I never claim to be an expert. I'm just another antique dealer. I either buy where I like, and we all make mistakes, but I either try and research what I can to make sure I'm accurate in what I say. So if you've gone this far, thank you very much. If you would kindly share the videos, put a like on the videos, comment on the videos, it all helps to support my little channel and help it grow. And thank you very much, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.